He came out of the tough streets of Buenos Aires, and he was a genius, pure and simple. From Alfredo Di Stefano to Gabriel Batistuta to Lionel Messi, Argentina has always produced superstars of the global game. But one man stands at the top of the pile for La Albiceleste, and they called him El Pibe de Oro, the Golden Boy. Diego Armando Maradona played 4 FIFA World Cups for Argentina and won trophies with Napoli in Italy and with FC Barcelona in Spain. But it was his near single-handed elevation of Argentina to World Cup victory in 1986 in Mexico that stands him apart. As captain, he lifted the trophy for Argentina's second ever win and was player of the tournament. He became an iconic figure, not only in his native country, but around the world, meeting the Pope and dining with presidents and dignitaries like Cuba's Fidel Castro. But there were some tough times, with a substance abuse problem that was with him until the end, that reared most infamously when he was sent home from the 1994 World Cup for a positive drug test. Through it all, Maradona was idolized because of his ability on the ball, the lethal left foot strikes, and a bulging list of achievements. In Buenos Aires, a museum opened to show off his memorabilia, including the boots he used to tear apart the opposition in Mexico in 1986.
Él está insertado dentro de un momento político.
He is part of the history of Argentina and of the whole world. He is synonymous with Argentina. When you say the word Maradona, you say the word Argentina. He is one of the icons, most classic personalities, and unique of the 20th and 21st centuries.
Then there is the Church of Maradona, founded in the Argentine port city of Rosario, where over 100,000 members honor the day June 22nd, where over 100,000 members honor the day June 22, 1986, when Maradona's 2 goals destroyed England in a World Cup quarter-final.
We are celebrating the vigil of the Maradonian Christmas and New Year. We are going to wait till 12 so that at that hour we can celebrate Diego's birthday and New Year.
His achievements as a player stacked up. He won an Argentine Premier Division title with Boca Juniors as a young man, a Spanish Cup title with Barcelona and then 2 Serie A titles, an Italian Cup title and a UEFA Cup during his 7 years with Napoli. Individually, he won the Silver Boot at the 1986 World Cup and was named to the World Cup All-Star team twice, as well as winning the internet vote for the FIFA Player of the Century in 2000. Lionel Messi, the wizard who followed in his footsteps, but who could not repeat his World Cup exploits, told it straight. The greatest there's ever been. They stand as arguably the 2 best ever players of the beautiful game, but they were never especially close on a personal level. Maradona and Brazil's champion Pele are the most often mentioned when the debate occurs as to who is the greatest of all. But ironically, the pair conducted a feud from a distance over the years. They were somewhat different players, Pele more of a pure striker, and Maradona more of a midfielder. Maradona was an incredible dribbler, but left-foot dominant, while Pele was equally proficient on either side. And over the journey, Pele won more, his 3 World Cup medals being unique. When FIFA decided in 2000 to hold a poll to determine the player of the century, it quickly split the vote and named both Pele and Maradona as winners, unable to reach a definitive decision. Maradona had dominated the internet poll with 53.6% of votes, ahead of Pele's 18.5% and Eusebio on 6.2%. But in a separate poll of an international jury, along with readers of the FIFA magazine, Pele finished on top with more than 72% of the vote. Alfredo Di Stefano was second, and Maradona was third, a result that displeased him. I had the vote of the people. Pele won by forfeit. Responding, Pele called Maradona an ill man. Fortunately, this pair of legends reconciled some years later. And when Maradona began a career as a television host, he had Pele as a guest on his first show.
El deseo mío de traer a Pelé en este momento era muy grande.
I had a great desire to bring Pele to my program in this moment, because I have met a Pele that I have never known before. This Pele is more sensitive. It seems like his life has crashed, and now he has an open mind. More confident. I liked it very much.
Me gustó mucho, sí.
Two of the greatest legends the sport has ever known headed a football to each other and swapped stories. It was an almost perfect moment. Diego Maradona's playing career spanned 20 years at the top level, but it was in the space of a few weeks in Mexico that he made his name forever. Maradona turned the 1986 FIFA World Cup finals into his own personal highlight reel, his magnum opus. He scored 5 goals, second best for the tournament behind Gary Lineker, and his tally of 5 assists meant he had scored or created 10 of Argentina's 14 goals in the tournament. His performance in the quarter-final against England at Azteca Stadium was unforgettable in several ways. Maradona not only scored one of the most controversial goals of all time, but 5 minutes later produced the single most dazzling piece of football and the best goal of his career, perhaps the best by any player. The first, scored when he leapt to head the ball but instead punched it beyond England goalkeeper Peter Shilton and into the net, became known as the Hand of God goal, the nickname coming from Maradona's own quote after the game.
If 90,000 people did not see it, why did he see it? This day, I had God's hand, because I put it in and out very quickly. The 90,000 fans didn't suspect it was a handball, but it was God's hand.
The second goal, drilled into the net after he took the ball in his own half and beat 4 English defenders and Shilton, was named the FIFA World Cup Goal of the Century in 2002. The symbolism was remarkable. The man was simply unstoppable. Not content, Maradona scored twice against Belgium in the semi-final, then set up the winner for his teammate Jorge Barachaga in the final as Argentina won 3-2 against West Germany. Maradona's highs were never quite so stratospheric from there, and Argentina lost the 1990 World Cup final to West Germany in Rome. He was sensationally sent home from the 1994 tournament in the United States after testing positive to a stimulant, and it proved to be his last World Cup as a player. But he achieved legend status at Napoli, returning to the club to celebrate the 30th anniversary of its Serie A titles and receiving his number 10 shirt.
Ahí es cuando sono andato a firmare per il Napoli.
When I went to sign for Naples,
Mi ha detto,
Gaspar told me, don't leave.
io te do 5 anni ancora.
I will give you 5 more years,
Di quello che guadagnava.
and I will double your
in quel
salary.
momento. Io le ho detto no,
I said no.
no. Io vado a una città.
I am going to Naples,
Mi sta aspettando.
a town that is waiting for me.
Io, invece
Because instead of the
dei
money,
soldi, preferisco
I rather prefer
correre
to
dietro
run
di
after
una
a ball.
palla.
Maradona's playing career turned full circle, and he returned to Boca Juniors in Argentina in his football dotage, his career ending in 1998. Maradona also managed his beloved Argentina from 2008 to 2010, but he was nowhere near as successful in that role as he was on the pitch. It was wearing the number 10 that he excelled. Was he the best? Perhaps. What is not in doubt is that he is unforgettable.
Thanks for watching. For more great content on all things football, make sure you hit the subscribe button.